time is now 5:55, and here's your morning rush. Today marks the start of 3 days of mourning for the late Justice Ginsburg. After a private ceremony, she'll lie in repose at the top of the steps to the Supreme Court building. The public will have 2 days to pay their respects there. And on Friday, Justice Ginsburg's casket will be moved to Capitol Hill, where she will become the first woman to lie in state. And Vanessa Bryant sues the Los Angeles County Sheriff. The widow of basketball star Kobe Bryant filed the lawsuit over photos that circulated shortly after the crash. The lawsuit says the sheriff's deputies were sharing the graphic, unauthorized photos. She's seeking damages for negligence, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. An investigation into U.S. Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos. Politico reports she's accused of potentially violating the Hatch Act. The Office of Special Counsel says DeVos slammed Joe Biden in a Fox News interview, and her agency promoted it through official challenges. And fall is here, and that means it's time for some creative corn mazes. This is the Gold Meadows Corn Maze in Michigan. The Richland Farm unveiled its Stronger Together maze, which also shows 6 people interlocking arms. Now, people say at the farm this was designed to spread kindness, support, and unity for one another.